Yo, what's up, everybody? Super Kill here, and today I've got you an 84 kill game. I do get quite a lot of deaths, which is kind of a shame because if I didn't get all these deaths, I probably could have got maybe an extra 10 kills. I'm not gonna say I would have got 20 kills because I did get 21 deaths in this game. Um, but if I'd only got 10 deaths, maybe 7, 8, 9, something like that, I probably could have gotten extra 10 kills, and maybe 15 if I'd got an extra kill streak. I don't know. But whatever. This is the game. It was on my hard drive already, and it was from a while ago. It's from April 14th, so 10 days ago. I don't remember anything about it. I just know that it's on terminal, and it's most likely domination. You guys know this by now. You can see my class setup, and that's that. So guys, lately I've been posting a lot of commentaries about just about topics, about things that I want to talk about. And I've been posting a lot of my own games. I said I was going to get in some other people's games, and I'm going to do that. And I'm going to mix up the commentaries, going to mix things up lately, or pretty soon here. This is the last gameplay of mine that I'm going to upload this week. Guys, I'm just saying right now, the last one of this week of mine that I'm going to upload. I got some people scheduled, told people I'd upload their gameplay, so I'm going to do it. And the commentary in this one's going to be a little different. Like I said, I've been talking about topics. Now I'm going to give you a life story. And this is actually a pretty funny life story. It involves the police. Not really much my fault, just neighbors and dumb things. But so basically, we lived at the end of a block. Backstory: our house, from when I was like, I think 3.5 months to I was like 10 or 11. I lived on a dead end. This was like the best freaking house ever. Not the house in general, but just the location of it. And like the neighborhood we lived in was awesome. There were so many kids. Where I lived, literally right next to me was this kid. I didn't play with him much, but he was there just in case I ever wanted to say, "Hey, what's up? What are you doing?" Go play with him. I played with him a few times. He's kind of a jock now. I don't really like him. I mean, whatever. Doesn't matter. But and then the house in front of me and to the right was another little boy. He was, I think, 2 years younger than me, so he was not really little. I always think he's little because he always seemed younger, like a lot younger. But he's 2 years younger than me. And then there was his sister, and I think she was my age. She might have been 1 year older than me. I don't remember. Then at the other end of the block, it was like a two-way dead end, and the road was only like a quarter of a mile long. So I mean, I could walk up it and down it, ride my bike up and down it. At the other end, and if you've been here for a while, the end that I crashed that dirt bike on. If you want to see that commentary, I'll post the link in an annotation right here. But at the other end of the block, there was another kid, and he was in the same spot as I was, just on the other side of the road. And he was like my second best friend ever. He was like awesome. But now he's getting into some bad things. So I mean, I haven't seen him in a while. I just know he's getting into bad things. And right in front of him were two kids. They were twins, and they were, God, I don't know. I think a year and a half older than me. Doesn't matter. This block was freaking awesome. There's so many kids, and we had access to so much land. It wasn't even funny. We could just walk for days in any direction, just about. Um, but anyway, that's the backdrop of where we lived. And one day, this new girl moved in directly in front of me, and I knew who she was. She went to my elementary school, and I just recognized her. I didn't know her name, but whatever. It doesn't matter. And I don't know. My sister hung out with her a little bit. I thought girls had cooties and all this crap. So I didn't really talk to her much, but I did go over there whenever I couldn't hang out with any mother friends. They were, doing something, not at home, or they couldn't hang out. They were in trouble, grounded, whatever. And she had an older sister and an older brother. I never really hung out with her older brother, and he's like 4 or 5 years older than me. He's moved out by now, and he was a big skateboarding person. I didn't really like skateboarding. Um, but yeah, I hung out with my sister and this girl, and I don't know, she was a big volleyball person. She did gymnastics, had a trampoline in the back. They had like an acre of land. I mean, the neighborhood we lived in, some people had big plots for neighborhoods, some people had small plots, and it doesn't really matter. But they had a lot of stuff in their backyard, and they actually built a half pipe ramp for for her brother, which is actually pretty cool. But whatever. So I hung out with them, and sometimes we went inside, sometimes we stayed outside. But her mom worked at the school. She was a lunch lady. I mean, that wasn't her only job. She just did that. I don't know, but maybe it was. I don't. It doesn't matter. She worked as a lunch lady at the school, and her dad was a huge freaking money spender, drunk head dude. I don't even know. He was a big alcoholic. He was not someone you want to hang around with. He was just a pain in the butt. So he was always grumpy. If you did something that he didn't like, he would get pissed off at you. It doesn't matter if you were his child or you were some child he had never seen in his life. He would scream and yell, and he would like basically want to spank the daylight out of you. I don't know if he was into spanking. I don't really care. I mean, that's his thing. If he is, whatever, guys. But I never really clicked with him, and he never clicked with me. He didn't click with anyone really. And we went to his house sometimes, and they had this separate thing. It was like up near their ceiling, and it was like a little ledge. And the only way you could get to it was if you climbed over the arm ledge and like hopped over to it. And it was basically just a ledge for you to put a plant or a pot or something. It was just a decoration ledge. You weren't supposed to be up there. And the first thing that I remember that he got pissed about was we were climbing over there, and we were climbing over the arm ledge, and we were jumping over to that. That's one thing I'll understand where he got mad, because if we had fallen off his second story and onto his first story and splatted like an egg, he would have been responsible and he would have been pissed. So I can understand him getting mad about that. I mean, it wasn't much danger. I mean, yeah, we could have fallen, broken a few legs, died. It wasn't too scary, whatever. But when we did simple things, like if we sat on his couch, turned the TV on and watched TV, if we had moved a blanket and didn't put it back when we were done, then he was furious. If we had sat on on his bed, he would let his kids sit on his bed. He had a water bed, so, and they didn't care if we walked in their room at all. But if we had sat on his bed, like, he would have been furious. Like, his daughters could sit on his bed or whatnot, but if we walked in there, because she had to go in there to get something, if we followed her, then she sat on the bed to do whatever, and we sat down next to her, he would have, if he'd come in and saw us, he would have been mad and blah, blah, blah. And then the two ridiculous things that stick out in my head was, one time our dog, actually I'll give that in a minute. So, if we had, touched his walls, that's like, if we had literally touched his walls, he would have been so pissed. He called our parents once, or my mom, because my parents were divorced at the time. He had called my mom once and told her that we were touching his walls that he had just painted, and just painted is like a month in advance. So, what he does, he just, his mindset is different than most people. And he's just crazy. He's whacked up, and he's always drinking. It's so weird. I hate this guy. And then the funny thing is, one day our dog, we let our dog out, and he could run around and whatnot. And our dog went to their back door and started scraping at the door, and we didn't know this, and we had no idea what the heck had happened, but we did know our dog was gone. When we let our dog out, he'll come back to the door. And he'll bark at our door, so we know to let him in. But he never came back. So we were searching all around the neighborhood for him. We had no idea where he was. Apparently he had gone over to our neighbor's door and started scratching at the back door. And then this guy got so pissed, he took our dog and he just pulled him inside his house and just left him there. We had no idea he was in our neighbor's house. They basically dog napped our dog. I don't know, but whatever. He dog napped us. It's like, what are you doing? No, just get him out of your house if you don't like that. I mean, if we can't help it, sorry. Everyone lets their dog run around in our neighborhood. So, what my mom said was, next time you see their dogs on our lawn, take every single one of them that's on our lawn and bring them inside. So we did just that. Cause their dog would walk on our lawn and poop and pee and whatever. So next time their dogs walked on our lawn, I think 2 of them walked on at once. So we walked out, we grabbed their dogs, we took them inside, and they were in our house for like 4 or 5 hours. They didn't even care their dogs were gone. They didn't know or something, I don't know. And then they came and knocked on our door and found out that their dogs were in our house. And, I don't know, like some BS happened, or they called the cops on us, and the cops came and like, oh, I'm like, oh my god, what's going on, mommy, what's going on? And I'm crying, and you know, nothing happened to us. We gave the dogs back, and I don't know. I wasn't out there with the cops. All I know is that the cops were there, and there was a big dispute. So I mean, nothing really happened. It's just kind of funny. This guy's such a dumbo. And that's about all I got. So I guess I'll see you guys later.